we'll set up the platform. And okay, I still don't like the way that looks. What I'm going to do is remove a flake from the distal end up to the platform end. Try and remove it that way. I've done that in the past with pretty good success, so I'll give it a try here. Platform is well isolated. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, that went out real well. Got rid of that bump there. You can hardly tell the direction. Now we can proceed around from this end and fix it up. Here's the flake back on there. Another platform set up right here. What I want to show here is the overhang. You can see this overhang right in here. You can trim that off, or you can also leave it on, but you've got to make sure that you make your flake deep enough, you seat your pressure tool deep enough where it's going to undercut that. If you put it right here, you're just going to end up with a small collapsed step fracture right in this area. So that's something to think about as you progress along here, because you will get these overhangs. If you use antler, maybe you get a little bit less overhang, but I haven't noticed it. I do have an antler Ishi stick here. We'll give it a try in a minute. So I want to get my tool seat well back away from the edge. Notice how that stuck into the leather pad there. That could be your finger if you don't have the leather on there. I'll set up some more. Okay, I went ahead and set one up for using the antler. Right there. There's our platform. It's pretty similar to what I do with copper, except it's not ground as much. A little bit sharper edge on it. It's got a nice ridge to follow. Hopefully it'll go all the way. Other than that, everything's the same. This is my Ishi stick. It's got, I believe this is elk or caribou antler tip on here. Let's see if you can. Put the tip just behind where you want it to. Shifting on me a little bit there. There's the flake. I don't see much difference in the bulb of force as opposed to using copper, but I don't know. Anyway, got another one set up right here. We'll do one more flake with antler. Got one set up right here. Using the antler again. Kind of a shorter flake. I'll have to come back and drive another one off. Here's the next one. Platform set up, 4 antler. Just like to show something here. This flake's about 64 millimeters, 65 millimeters long, about a little over 2.5 inches. I read somewhere that 2 inches or 50 millimeters was about the extent of a pressure flake by any means on cores or whatever. And you know, it is possible to get longer flakes. Now I'd like to show you something really weird. This is a flake that I took off a core here a few days ago, and I've never seen anything like this before in 20-some years of napping. The flake actually went down to the end, truncated at the tip, started coming back up the other side. Sort of looks like a fish hook, I guess, but now that is one weird flake. Napping can do strange things. I think what happened is the leather pad was down here supporting the bottom of the core. The flake was traveling down there. Without the leather pad, it would have gone off, terminated straight, but it kept the crack going around it. Sort of like the swoosh effect, I guess you'd say, after Swoosh Alexander and the way he gets flakes to curve over a curved surface. It's kind of like to demonstrate how to set up these platforms again on the pressure. Similar to what we were doing earlier with the indirect percussion, but you can see we got a little high spot right there. Got to create a low spot right there, right where that high spot is. You can do it from the face sometimes or from the sides. This one I think I'll try from the face. If it doesn't release like that, you need to abrade it. This dacite is really slick. Okay. You can see the little depression we've created right there. Get it on the sides as well, but you don't want to create a high spot there. Come back around, isolate it from the sides a little bit. Narrow that platform width, that makes it release a little bit easier. Looks pretty good. And abrade it. Our pressure flaker won't slip off. And I think we'll use the copper on this one. May have to let's see here. Alright. Okay. Line my Ishi stick up with the ridge. Place it right about there. I think I'll try and zoom in here. Alright. Trying to stay in the field of view. Okay. It's slipping a little bit there. Okay. It rippled, and the reason I believe it did, you can see that rippling effect in there. It was making contact with the pad there. I could kind of feel it. It was diving, actually pushing into the pad quite a bit. But that's okay. Okay, I've got another platform set up here. One thing I forgot to mention, that some flakes are triangular in cross-section. Some flakes are trapezoidal in cross-section. And the difference is where you make your platform. If you want a triangular cross-section flake to be removed, you set your platform up directly in line with that ridge. If you want a trapezoidal flake, which would be a wider flake, then you would place it between two ridges. In other words, for example, right here, and that would allow the flake to terminate here and here. And then also you want to further isolate it with a little bit larger flake on either side. I'll try and demonstrate that here in a minute, but for right now, just remove this one.